Hi, it's me, Tony. I'm making another Amazon video. If you haven't seen my first one, it'll be in the iCard or in the description if you want to check that out. There's a few things I didn't mention. I'm betting you clicked on this video because the truth. What about the truth? The truth from what? What point of view am I talking about? So most importantly, I have been working at Amazon now for a year, and everything I talk about will be based off of my own experiences of everything I've seen or heard, and the warehouses might be different comparatively. I'll answer the question of the truth about Amazon towards the end of the video, but if you just want to know just that answer, time cards are in the description. I am now a picker. I am picking, and I've been picking for 6 months. So, just like the ship dock video, here's the picking video. How much do you get paid? When you start at Amazon, as of now, your starting pay is $15.50. That's for day shift. For night shift, it's $16.25. So, if you work at night, you get paid more. After you've been at Amazon for a year, you get a raise of 50 cents. So instead of getting paid $15.50 during day shift, I'm now getting paid $16 an hour. I'm making these videos during the pandemic, so it's like, 2 years in about. So things are starting to shift and change at Amazon a little bit. Breaks are 15 instead of 20 minutes now. Another thing I don't think I mentioned in the first video is VTO and MET and peak. So VTO is when there's not that much work and there's so many people there that they call groups of people and you're pretty much asked if you want to leave. So VTO stands for voluntary time off. You get to leave and you don't have to use any of your hours. You're not getting paid for it, but you're not wasting your hours either way. So you don't have to use your unpaid time or your paid time off. MET stands for mandatory extra time. So I only kind of know about this because of my sister. Mandatory extra time is where you choose the day, either the day before your week starts or the day after your week starts. And so if they call mandatory extra time for that week and for your part of the warehouse, then you have to come in. Mandatory extra time can be called anytime. And peak, moving into peak. Peak season is when so many people are buying stuff on Amazon that it's so busy that they need to call you to do more. Your shifts might turn into 12 hours. Remember, I'm going based off of what I know because I am part-time, and so I don't actually have to do any of this. This is only for full-time. Peak season is between November and December. You can't really get out of it. The only thing you can do is use your hours, like your pay time or whatever. But also, you cannot use your vacation hours during peak season, during the peak weeks in November and December. Amazon has benefits. They give you free stuff sometimes, which is awesome. You can also apply for benefits. I automatically was applied for dental benefits as a part-time, and I just got it. I didn't even apply for it. I don't really have to pay for it other than what they're taking out of my check. But full-time, you have to apply for it. You can get medical and dental. I think they take more out of your check, but I don't think it's that much. My sister said it was around $30-something, so that's not too bad. Now moving on to picking. So I've been picking for 6 months now, and unlike ship dock, I've only had to do picking except one time. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit of what you have to do. And keep in mind that at my warehouse, we have robots. You go to a desk, like a service desk for picking, and they tell you which station to go to. There are two different kinds of stations, a universal station and an RSOL station. One is for stowers and one is for pickers. But sometimes pickers go on certain stower stations. So the robots come to you with pods. You pick the item on screen. So all you're doing is picking the item, scanning it, putting it in the right tote, and clicking the button. Though I've only done picking, really, there is a few other parts. I just haven't really seen them. So as a picker and a stower, you can be chosen to go to count. And count is where you pretty much have a scanner, the pods come to you, and you're checking everything in the bins of the pod. The reason for these people is because when we pick items and the item that's on the screen is not there, we say that it's missing. And so if it is there, then we get in trouble for it. In trouble for it? In trouble for it? I don't know. I haven't got in trouble, so I don't know, because I'm sure I've missed one thing. But you're not supposed to have a lot of those. And the count people check to see if things are being stolen, if things are actually there. And the other thing I know you can do is, I think it's called tote running. I can't be sure, but it's pretty much where you just go up and down the lanes and refill the totes for the pickers. You go get them from the stowers and bring them to the pickers. I don't actually know of any other positions through picking because I've really only picked. What everyone always wonders is, how fast should I be going? Do I have to keep that time? Does it matter? Like that kinds of stuff. Well, let me tell you, the rate that we should be having is 8.5 or lower, and the tote transition time should be 1.2 or 1. And what those numbers mean are, the tote transition time is literally just how fast you change a tote out. Because once the tote is filled, you have to replace it with a new one. And you're really just getting the tote and pushing it through if you're at a regular picking station. So you have to do that in 1 second, which isn't that hard. Your rate has to be at 8.5, which means every item that you're getting and scanning and putting in the tote should be within 8.5 seconds. But let me tell you, it's not impossible, but it's dang hard. I work 5 hours and I cannot have a full shift where I have that rate. I've done 4 hours, but usually I'm not there. Lots of the time I'm at 9 point something, sometimes I'm at 10. But no one's told me anything for it other than try to speed up. I haven't gotten in trouble for it, though it can partially be because I'm part-time, so they don't pay attention to me as much. But I'm sure that you cannot keep a rate of 8.5 for 10 hours and be able to have energy. It is very difficult, especially because there are big items that you can't find, items that are missing, and a bunch of things that can happen. So you want to strive to get 8.5, and for as long as you can, try to keep it, but really, you do the best that you can. It can also depend on your manager. My manager is really cool, but I hear that some are not. When something goes wrong, you pull an andon, and there are certain people that come and fix things for you, but sometimes they are busy and they take a very long time to get there. So sometimes you can literally just be standing around for possibly 20 minutes. Other things that can happen for you to just be standing around. If the internet goes down, the robots will stop working. They are connected through the Wi-Fi, so they'll literally stop. So we have to wait till the internet goes back up, and sometimes they just send you home with VTO. And another thing that can happen, which just recently happened, is the conveyor belt can stop working on your floor. What did I mean when I said the truth about Amazon? Let me tell you, if your item has come to you ripped, dirty, open, we've seen it. Stowers see an item is damaged and they can put it in problem solve or stow it. Pickers can see an item is damaged and either put it in damaged or send it off. Packers can see an item is damaged. I don't know what they can do because I'm not there. But if your item has come dirty or anything like that, we've all seen it. Since they want us to go fast, we don't really get to look at everything and be like, all right, this is good, this is good, this is good. I have put items into a tote already and it was open and I didn't know, and it was coffee. But I sent it off anyway because after I did that, there was nothing I could do about it. So the truth is, they don't really care My sister told me that she found an item was damaged and so she wasn't gonna stow it, and she put it for a problem solver to get it and like do whatever they do with damage, and the problem solver said, "It's picking's problem, just stow it." She didn't end up stowing it, but I'm sure things like that happen, and sometimes pickers miss that, and sometimes pickers don't care. So your item, we could see that it's ripped and damaged and whatever, but we'll still send it. I try not to do that. I look as fast as I can, but sometimes I fail. And let me tell you this too. If your item is not in wrapping and it's like clothes or stuffed animals or whatever that you can wash it. That item could have been in there for months, for years, for days, but it could have been in there a long time. Many people could have passed through it with their gloves that they touch everything else with, and all the other items and all the surfaces in Amazon, and our gloves get dirty. We throw them away on a weekly basis and sometimes more than that. Things leak and things happen, and so I'm just saying, you should wash the stuff before. I feel like I just had to say that because it's kind of frustrating now seeing all the actual items and what they look like and how you guys could get them, and I think that's kind of messed up. So I just had to tell you, make sure you wash it, and just like, you know, if you like this video, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to see more videos like this, or not like this, you can subscribe to my channel, but I'm not going to force you because I'm a Hufflepuff. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay.